Hello, and welcome to the Simply Explained podcast, where we explain some words in a simple and funny way. I'm Lisa, and this is my co-host, Eric.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Today's theme is travel. We have 5 words to explain: landmark, accommodation, delay, on foot, and take off.
That's right, Eric. Let's start with the first word, landmark. What does it mean to be a landmark?
Well, Lisa, a landmark is a place or a building that is easily recognizable and has historical or cultural significance. For example, the Eiffel Tower in Paris, the Statue of Liberty in New York, and the Great Wall of China are all landmarks.
That's a good explanation, Eric. Can you give us a short example dialogue of using the word landmark?
Sure, Lisa. How about this?
Hi, Mark. Do you want to go sightseeing with me?
Hi, John. Sure, I'd love to.
How about we visit some landmarks? I heard there are some amazing ones in this city.
Where do you want to go? Sounds good to me. Which ones do you want to see?
Well, I really want to see Big Ben, the London Eye, and Buckingham Palace.
That's a good idea. Let's go then.
That's a nice dialogue, Eric. Do you like sightseeing?
Yes, Lisa, I do. I like to see new places and learn new things.
What's your favorite landmark that you've seen?
That's a tough question, Lisa. There are so many. But I think I have to say the pyramids of Giza in Egypt.
Wow, that's impressive. How was it?
It was incredible. They were so big and old and mysterious. I felt like I was in another world.
I can imagine. I've always wanted to see the pyramids.
I hope you will one day, Lisa.
I hope so, Eric. Let's move on to the next word. Accommodation. What does it mean to be an accommodation?
Well, an accommodation is a place where you can stay when you travel, such as a hotel, a hostel, a bed and breakfast, or an Airbnb. For example, you can book accommodation online, or you can find one when you arrive at your destination.
That's a clear explanation, Eric. Can you give us a short example of dialogue using the word accommodation?
Sure, Lisa. How about this?
Hi, Ryan. Have you found an accommodation for our trip?
Hi, Lily. Yes, I have. I booked a nice hotel near the beach.
That's great. How much did it cost?
It was a bit expensive, Lily. It was $200 per night.
Wow, that's a lot of money. Is it worth it?
I think so, Lily. It has a pool, a spa, a gym, and a free breakfast.
That's a fancy dialogue, Eric. What kind of accommodation do you usually choose when you travel?
Well, Lisa, it depends on the budget and the location. Sometimes I stay in a hotel. Sometimes I stay in a hostel.
I see. What's the best accommodation you've ever stayed in?
That's another tough question. There are so many, but I think I have to say the treehouse in Costa Rica.
A treehouse? Really?
Yes, a treehouse. It was amazing. It was in the middle of the jungle, surrounded by nature and wildlife. It was like a dream.
That sounds amazing, Eric. I've never stayed in a treehouse.
You should try it. It's a unique experience.
I bet it is. Let's move on to the next word. Delay. What does it mean to have a delay?
Well, Lisa, a delay is a situation where something happens later than expected or planned. For example, you can have a delay when your flight is postponed or when your train is late.
That's a useful explanation, Eric. Can you give us a short example of dialogue using the word delay?
Sure, Lisa. How about this?
Hi, Sam. Where are you?
Hi, Mia. I'm at the airport.
What? I thought you were supposed to arrive an hour ago.
But there was a delay.
A delay? What happened?
There was a snowstorm, Mia. It delayed all the flights.
Oh, that's an unfortunate dialogue, Eric. Have you ever experienced a delay when you travel?
Yes, I once had a delay when I was traveling to Japan.
What caused the delay?
There was a volcanic eruption. It spewed ash and smoke into the air and disrupted the flights.
Oh, Eric, that's scary. How long was the delay?
It was very long. I had to wait for 12 hours.
12 hours? That's horrible, Eric.
Yes, it was. But I made the best of it. I met some friendly people and learned some Japanese.
That's awesome, Eric. You're very adaptable. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening to the Simply Explained podcast. We hope you learned something new and had some fun.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next video with more words to explain. Until then, stay curious and stay happy.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.